Alright, welcome back everybody. It's Bragg Apple here with another episode of Core Keeper. Since we last left off, I told you guys I was going to be putting in a little bit of work off camera because I wasn't going to bore you with some of the stuff I did, and I'll be honest with you, it's not complete. Don't focus on that too much. There's some things that need to be taken care of still, but I figured I could hop on, and I needed a little break from the building and the layout and the counting. As you guys have seen, I've struggled with the counting. And I kind of want to get some more exploration done, a little more crafting focus. So that's kind of what we're going to focus on for this episode. So, as you guys can see, starting off, I got myself this nice little crafting area, sort of like a storage room crafting area combination. What I'll do here is I'll kind of give you guys just a quick little layout of what we've got set up. So, I haven't explored anything new, no new content, nothing else has been touched. All I've done is work on the base. So this is our centerpiece right here with the core, and then we've branched out to our first room. One thing you're probably going to notice right away, especially if you're watching these episodes back to back, is we did a couple things with setting changes. We changed the settings for particles to affect the torches. So here's the thing about it. They look great, the particles look great. However, when you set it to medium like this, you get all of these extra beautiful particles on top of the torches. And I know that there are different forms of lighting for inside of the house, like lamps, electrical lamps, that type of deal. But for now, it doesn't seem to affect any of the weapons. Like you can see, I shoot my particles here. We come back in here and we go to our settings and we turn our particles back to low. You still get the particle effects on the weapon, nothing changes. But it makes everything so much cleaner to look at when we have torches down for now. The other setting that we changed, something that I mentioned, and I believe the prior episode might have been two prior to this, is I went ahead and turned the brightness down a little bit. Personally, for me, I just think it looks a little bit better. I get more color saturation, everything seems to be a bit more enriched, and it kind of gives it that more cozy feel. And that's something I think I was missing from the game a little bit when I turned the brightness all the way up. So we've reduced that back down, and here's where we are now. Some of the things that I advanced on, as you guys can see here, I didn't craft anything special. I've just decided to go ahead and craft out one of each thing that I could go for. The main goal here was to get a generalized layout of how I wanted my crafting room. Of course, up here in the top left, you see we have our storage, starting with our boss chest. For those that want to suffer, nothing's been organized. Inventory is not organized. I got crap everywhere. Chests are empty. Some chests have stuff in them. That's still going to be taken care of off camera as well, but for now we have two designated chests, which is this black one right here. It's going to be our ore valuables chest. Pretty straightforward. It's close to our smelters, it's close to our crafting tables. Why not have our ores, which we're going to be using more than anything else, right next to it. After that, we have this chest, which is going to be our eggs, farm animals, pellets, etc., etc. And as you can see, while I was doing my building, my generator had the loyal egg and the curious egg hatching. I ended up making two generators and having both eggs run for a while. I want to say it felt like it took about 30 minutes, and then by the time I checked on them, you know, we could see what's going on there. So we are going to hatch them here shortly after we do this little rundown. The rest of the storage space is going to remain empty for now until I figure out what I want to do with it. As far as this white chest up here, this is going to cover all of our paintbrushes. The only thing that's ever going to be in here is these different color paintbrushes for decorating our base and choosing different layouts. And then of course over here we have our painter's table, which we can make the rest of our brushes with. Right now I'm just sticking with these base colors. I was kind of going for generic boy theme. You know, us guys, we like our gray and black and blue and dark colors. It's kind of going to be the trend for all of this. Don't expect any pink fuchsia floors. Down here, this section is going to be all of our electronic stuff. So, as before I mentioned, you can hide the electrical tiles, and what I decided to do was my generator is all the way down here in this little cubby, and I went ahead and I put an electric tile under every one of these floor panels. So now, if I need something to run on electricity, it runs here. Anywhere I put it, it runs here. So we've got our two egg incubators, we've got our crafting station right here with all of our electrical equipment. And then I wasn't sure what to do with this, and it's part of our travel system. So we got rail carts here. There's a few more things we're going to unlock and be able to craft, so that's kind of the theme of each quadrant. You've got electrical machinery, then you've got anything that can really be smelted or dealing with food / ingredients, and then up here is going to be crafting and miscellaneous crafting. So we've got our smelter for one, we've got our glass smelter right here, and then our pot for making food. Speaking of which, I am really low in the food department. I used a lot of it and didn't have anything growing for a farm the whole time I was building, so I ran out a lot of food. Up here we started a new station. This is the Alchemist Station. You can craft our stone skin, our enrage, and our healing potions. These will be good for taking on bosses when we get to that again. And then of course we've got new bombs and we've got explosive deposits. Probably going to stay away from these. These don't really seem to do much for me. In terms of mining, they're slower, and I haven't found a good way to use them in combat yet. We've got our instrument table here. I'm going to take a look at this sometime down the road. Right now, I'm not going to be too into the music, but we can craft series of instruments. We've got ourselves a harp, a cello, a flute, a drum kit, a pocket piano, and then we've got our music sheet stand and the different music sets that we can go for. As far as the crafting goes, I like our progression, right? So, as everyone knows, you can go to this crafting table right here that's iron, and we can go iron, tin, copper, wood. Yeah, that's cool. We can see all of these. It's fine. I know it's a bit excessive to have all of them here, but personally, I think they look nice. They flush out the room. They match their counterparts. And if I do start to learn where the recipes are, for example, this one can only be set at wood tier. So, instead of coming through here and clicking through each one every single time, which again is super convenient and it's done very well, I can just walk to my wood table and say, oh, I want to build another furnace. And I know forever that I don't have to go to any of these tables and cycle through, I just got it right there. And the same thing, each one of these is set to lock at the tier you view it at last. So my tin one, I put it on copper, it's going to stay on copper. Well, we'll just bump it back up there. So, I like this organization. I like the way it looks. I think we've crafted one of every single piece of equipment that we can for now. Adding our alchemist table, our new anvil, the music table. We already had this one, which was for complex machinery. It had our sprinkler, drill, the crude drill. Haven't decided if that's going to stay up there, but there's a lot more tables to come, and our next upgrade comes in the form of the Scarlet workbench, I believe. I gotta be honest. Yeah, there it is, the Scarlet Workbench. I don't remember where to find Scarlet bars, but I know it's going to be pretty far out. The last two tables, I haven't even viewed this one yet. This one right here is for... It was for farming. It was the pet animal, I believe. Pet animal? Farm animal? You know what? Give me just a second. It's called the Livestock Workbench. I was only horribly incorrect. The Livestock Workbench gives us a feeding tray. So those fat little grubworm cow looking things, we can feed them and farm them. I'm not sure if there's like a breeding system or how that works. You can use a leash to attach to a cattle and it can bring them back, or you can build this nifty little cattle transport box and you can just pick them up and it's a one-time use. It does cost 3 iron bars, so it's probably going to be a while before we utilize that. It's a little expensive. Now, we haven't touched on fishing at all, but I did go ahead and make a bait table. And with the bait table, we can make spicy bait, which, by the way, has a good use for the bomb peppers that I haven't really liked using. I know they're a good crafting ingredient for certain things, but I've avoided them for the most part. We've got our sweet bait. This one is just an extra chance to get a fish on the hook. Glowing bait. This is, I guess, for catching valuables. To be honest, I really don't remember fishing anything in this game. And then we've got our sticky bait. This one, it makes catching fish easier. And again, I don't even really remember what the fishing interface looks like. So, that's our room. This is going to be our main source of operation right now. I think it looks pretty good personally. It's a simple layout, nothing too fancy, and as we get our progressive upgrades along the way, we'll just plop them down. Now, this is the main room up here. Haven't found a new home for this guy. I did kind of tear down his room, and as you can see, it's missing torches, the floor is not colored evenly. These guys are getting in. Take out some mushrooms real quick, and I think I got some mushrooms here that I can plant. But yeah, it's sort of a work in progress, right? Like, I'm just sort of going with a circular option where it's going to branch out into different rooms. But for the time being, I needed an operations room. So this is our layout. Again, I know it's not fully put together, but we're going to get to it. As far as the old bearded man, this was his room prior. Um, that's something, again, I'll probably take care of off camera, but I'm going to build a little room for the NPCs to be living in. And as far as these 2 rooms down here, these are going to be the first ones to focus on. I think I did find another chest while clearing this out. I think I'm going to turn this one into our farm for food. That way we can have food close by over here for making bait, cooking, all that sort of stuff. I think this will be our farm area. And then we'll run right over here. And this area, haven't entirely decided yet. I might use it to run the cattle, but at the same time, because our handsome little mascot dude over here, who's just kind of like dancing around for us in his little wooden cage, I was thinking if we made our wood farm over here, we could implement it into his house. You know, because there are plans in the future to build this guy a sick, wonderful mansion over here. And I still got to think of a good name for him. I haven't decided on anything yet. So, first things first, we need to get... We're not organizing. Don't take that the wrong way. We're not organizing my inventory. We're going to dump it all into this inventory. And before we do that, we're going to craft up a little bit more food. Make some more mushroom stews. These seem like a good call. And we're going to go out and journey for some iron, because there are some things that I needed iron for to craft. We're putting it all away. We will keep our dirt, though. The dirt stays. Dirt stays. I need to figure out the recipes for the golden heartberry. I didn't look at that since the last time I mentioned it. Then we had some valuables. Don't remember what I did with the other valuables. This is why you need to be organized. But we're just going to get a little bit of food, and we're going to go right back to exploring. I kept you guys on a lot of building. I've just given you a nice long house tour. It's time to get out of the house and go find some things. Get into a little bit of combat, you know, bring some action back into the series. I say that. I'm pretty sure I also just cleared out an entire grub cavern, but we'll just leave that by the wayside. We got our scrap. We don't need our sand. We don't need these wood bridges. Why do I have 31 wood bridges? Oh, this is such a mess. Alright, nobody look too closely. I should have put in a disclaimer to skip ahead, so that way no one would have to see it. And before we go, we're gonna crack our eggs open. That's gonna be the first thing that we do. And I needed to, I believe I had the pellets in here, right? Feed this to your pet to boost its experience by 50. So we've got our first purchased egg, and then we found our cracked loyal egg that was in the goblin cave. Now, which pet do I want to be my long-term pet? I have no idea. I don't remember pets. I don't remember any of that. And to be honest, to save you guys the trouble, moving forward in the future, I'm probably going to stop parroting myself about not knowing, and I'm just going to assume that I'm going in blind for the rest of the game. I'm going to stop pretending like I remember anything about this game at all, and I'll just let you know, I don't. We've already surpassed the content that I remember, so everything coming up is going to be new. With that, let's get a pet, and we're going to start with our cracked loyal egg. We're going to see what our first pet is. We got a sub terrier, and he's our first pet. What am I holding right now? Is it just a little terrier dog? He's 11 to 13 melee damage. He has plus 10% chance to stun targets on a melee hit, and an 8% critical hit chance. Okay. He's a canine companion that is out to smite your enemies endlessly. Lick his paws and, in general, just be a good pal. This is fantastic. And if I equip him here, he will run around with me. He does have... Oh, it's huge. My sub-terrier is massive. He's almost bigger than me. He might be bigger than me. Okay, well, he's going to be cool to have around. I don't know if you feed them anything other than pellets. But we have our sub-terrier for now. I like him. He's a cool little dude. Let's check out our curious egg to see what we've got out of this one. We've unlocked Embertail. Embertail is 9 to 11 range damage, plus 2 glow and 16 burn damage applied on hit. Spontaneous and impulsive in nature, this pet is as fierce in battle as it is at clawing at furniture, but also incredibly cuddly. Now, Embertail, you seem like you might have some inspiration from a certain Pokemon that I might know. And honestly, you might have been... I mean, technically, Embertail is my first pet, even though we hatched the Subterrier first, because we bought our egg before we found the other one. So I think we're going to run with Embertail for a little bit, especially because we're running a ranged build, and I like the idea of +2 glow. If we run you down here, do you just light up? Okay, that's fantastic. Your tail just lights up. Now, if we put the Subterrier out, yeah, you don't have any visual effects. I'm sorry, buddy, you look great, but right now, Embertail that's ranged and has a fire tail is pretty badass, and I think that's who I'm going to stick with. So, I love that I said we're going to get started on this, and all I've done is run around in my base and talk about nonsense, and we haven't even left yet. But I need to figure out... Can I just... Okay, I just feed you the XP right away. So the next one will level you up. I also like, too, that we have a mage staff that gives off a burn effect, so maybe we can stack some burn. But we're going to level up Embertail real quick to level 2. Let's see what your damage went up by. Wow, that went up by a lot. So you're now 29 to 35 range damage, and it looks like we just need to get more pellets to keep leveling you up. Alright, Embertail. I don't think we can rename you either, which is fine. But maybe we'll think of a nice little name for you to have, just for ourselves. So now we're going to go down, I think. Yeah, let's go down. We haven't gone down yet. I started off this little hall. I put all my torches away. That's okay. We have wood in our inventory for a reason. Oh, and while you guys were relieved of watching me build, I did do this, which is... Hold on. Inventory up. We have new skills. We got some mining points. So we've got Meticulous Miner, which is a plus 5% chance to gain additional ore. Or we've got plus 2 tiles of visible ore distance. I don't know what that means. I've always been able to see ore. You can see it sparkling right over here, to be honest. If you look right above my cursor, I can see it over there. So I'm not sure what 2 tiles of visible ore distance means. So we're going to go with Meticulous Miner until I figure out what that is. Plus additional ores, it's going to pay off in the long run. Now, running speed. We had 2 more points in that. So now we've unlocked the option to get to Escape Artist, which is snare and stun durations are reduced by 10. I'd hate to think about getting snared or stunned. And then we've also got bonus damage after continuously running. And seeing as how I'm going ranged and kiting bosses, I think this is going to go well for me. Crafting, we just got more crafting skills. We crafted so many things. We have the chance to not lose durability on equipment when taking damage. That's whatever. We're going to look at the chance to not lose durability when using tools. That's my priority. In cooking, we did some more cooking. There we go. Just some bonus points right there. Okay. I have held you guys long enough. Let's go do things. Oh, what do you know? First slime I killed, the game rewarded me for leaving my house for the first time in a few hours. How nice of them to give me a slime figurine. Really, okay, so it's nice having you around because not only do you glow, you'll attack things, but I was a little worried about, you know, lowering the brightness settings. A buddy of mine confirmed that it looks better, so I'm happy to hear that. But if anybody's not liking it, and I forget to put a torch down, well, now we've got an extra source of light kind of going around and, you know, running around with us, making things look nice. We have a large collection of copper chests. We're going to keep adding to those. Put ourselves now into a new... Oh. I was trying to figure out what that fireball attack was, but you seem to have a pretty good attack speed. Okay. Let's just take out these generic slimes with my tin sword. And again, I probably have much better upgrades right now, but since we're not really pushing for the boss, we're just taking things a little slow. I think I'm good on the upgrades. Although I do need to eat something before the game tells me I'm hungry. If anyone's watching and it already said I'm hungry, well, I wasn't paying attention, so it doesn't count. Okay, I love the little attacks it has. Let us run down here. What else we got? Gonna be nice exploring out, but I need to go down far enough to get some iron. Although I do see something that looks like a form of holy light over here. Let's take another slime out. Some more points towards vitality. Let's go see what this is, because this looks spectacular. I don't know what this biome is. Oh, this is beautiful down here. A meadow. Okay. You give me all meadow grass. A large golden-colored patch of tall meadow grass to use as a decorative. This is wonderful. Oh, the music change is fantastic. Oh, we got a cave pouch. Plus 5 inventory slots, 5 max health, and 2% movement speed. Can this only go... Nope, I did the thing again. This can only go here, but, I mean... Yeah, obviously what we have is better than that, so we're going to stick with our larger backpack. This is beautiful down here. Can I even chop the tree? I can. Do I want to? We'll chop one down and see if I get like a sapling for it. We did, we got a meadow tree. The tranquility of the meadow produced a lush tree variant that grows golden colored leaves. Plant it back into the ground to decorate your home. This is great. After all of this and telling you guys how much I love building and like I'm the builder and my friend group always taking care of that stuff, we're going to have a beautiful home. Now what are you? I don't think you're aggroed, but I don't want to cause an issue with you. And we got ourselves a new egg, a lively egg. A mysterious feathered egg that seems to react to your presence. They all seem to react to my presence. I'm not going to read that part anymore. But a feathered egg, that's pretty cool. I'm going to collect some more of this meadow grass in case it grows back on its own. Probably stop sword to collect it. We'll go take a look at what seems like to be a little ram over here. What did I just pick up? They looked like scrap and a mechanical part, I think, on top of each other. You're not aggro, are you? This animal is hungry for crops. It's a cattle. It has a name. So, can I just give you... Surely I can't just give you this. What if I get... Oh, well, okay. The last thing I want to do is give it a bomb pepper, right? Like, that seems pretty messed up. What if I give you a mushroom? You do eat the mushroom. Oh, jeez, that scared the hell out of me. I didn't see that one behind the tree. Oh, a good life. Fed cattle is the achievement I just got. Are they eating it from my hand? I'm confused. They are. They're just eating the mushrooms out of my hand. Okay. This animal is very happy, full, and producing. What are you producing? How do I harvest? I don't know how to harvest whatever you produce. Gonna drop something for me? Okay. I need to figure out what to do with the animals. We're not that far off from home, so like these guys could just chill here. This meadow is, again, is beautiful, and I will not be demolishing it in any way. So let's just, let's keep it safe and block it off for now, because the last thing I want is to have stray enemies get in there and muck up our beautiful little biome. Now, I need to get iron, because that is the next source of upgrade for our tools. I'm only rocking a tin pickaxe. It's one of my favorite blocks in the game. Oh, let's go. Oh, so disappointing. It was such a short-lived endeavor. Hey, another copper chest. There is a table, by the way, that lets you craft keys. We haven't unlocked it yet, but we're going to. So, you guys don't have to sit through this forever of me just collecting every copper chest I can and not opening them. Well, now I feel even more inclined to go back and get my get my farm set up because I've got the cattle up there, and then now I've got those guys to add to it. So I've got multiple animals to get going. I'll have to build some pens up there. And honestly, you know, our mascot, we could kind of make him like he could be the farmer, you know? We could have him live in like a little cabin and oversee the farm. Although then he might kind of just look like a trapped animal, and that's kind of messed up. Even though he is a trapped animal, like I said, don't look into it. If we let him out, he'll only hurt himself trying to hurt me. So really, I'm doing him a favor. You know? Don't think of it as something dark and twisted. Think of it as something that's dark and twisted, but necessary. Okay. Having you as like a little follow torch is so nice. And I do need to think of a name for you. We also don't indicate if you are male or female, so we could go with boy or girl name. Know which one to choose, but we'll think about that. I think when we get our animals back, we could start like, naming them. I do need to figure out how to get more pellets for you. I don't know if I can grow them. They seem like I'm just getting them from loot, so to level you up more would be nice. And you know what? We're gonna explore this real quick. Well, no, I'll go back and do it when I need to clear my inventory out. Because I want to get my other egg hatching, but, you know, there's a nice little cave down here. This is just like the little goblin cave we found before. We also got plenty of iron now. I think we also have a handful of iron back in our chest, too. So that's probably something when I run back, I need to smelt some ores up and get the iron going so I can upgrade my pickaxe, I can upgrade my sword. I'm really just dragging out these slow digs at this point. Okay, so we're going to get you open here. Okay. Will you just attack on sight? Okay, you're aggroed to me. Will you attack now? You will attack now. Look at that. Oh, and you... Okay, so it doesn't just follow me around. I can use it to, like, kite out things for combat. Look at you go. Oh, you're so fast. Dead. Fantastic. Yeah, the familiar, like, having a pet is awesome. Now, I did tell you guys before... What is that? Oh, I thought that was a pair of floating eyes for a second. Now, I told you guys before, for pet names, hope you're not disappointed, but I will be naming my pet something, pretty ridiculous. And by pretty ridiculous, I mean they're just gonna have a human name. I don't believe in weird pet names. Or, no offense if you have a pet named that, but it's just not for me. I'm not gonna name, you know, my dog Spot. You know, my goldfish Swimmy. Like I said, my goldfish's name is gonna be something like Gerald. And I'll talk to him like he's a normal person. I'll be like, hey Gerald, what's up? Alright. Go off, because apparently you have further range than him. We're gonna clear out this cavern. This is fantastic. Just two ranged buddies killing defenseless goblins for some reason. Look, they started the fight, right? We weren't gonna aggro them. He looked at me and said, "It's on site. I'm going for you." I was gonna let him go. Also, pets don't take damage. 10 out of 10 edition. Okay, we're just gonna probably need a better weapon at some point too. Although this mage staff isn't bad. I just feel like I need to get some better upgrades because I'm still running around with a tin sword. Alright, easy. Drop me a copper. Just dodge his attacks. I haven't forgotten about my feather dash either. Quite useful. And what do you know? We got a green flintlock musket, which is definitely a ranged weapon. Holy cow, 207 to 253 range damage. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, that's fantastic. Now, it shoots slow, but, I mean, look at that damage. It's so worth it. Still didn't even take a hit. Champion. Okay. Got the boss over there again. It feels a little unfair that I can just kill the boss without even having to get near it. But I am a coward, so a ranged build is for me. Okay, inventory's full. First thing out, always seeds. Goodbye, seeds. We don't care for you. Now, we do want to get a little bit closer. You know what? What if we give him a walk? Well, I'd say that. I didn't want to fully cheese it. What happened? What is his melee attack like? Ow! That was horrible. Okay. Well, now you can come down here and fight me like a man as I run away and shoot you with my rifle. Oh, pets get experience from just killing things. It's already level 3. Embertail, you are putting in a valiant effort, and it is not going overlooked. Excuse me, did you just, like, hex me? Put that nasty little move towards me. He kind of, like, looked at me and hissed. I'm not really cool with that. Oh, I'd rather he just throw something at me, but that shit seemed personal. Sorry, man, I'm just trying to, like, wipe you out. We don't need the peasant chest either. Not chest, chest plate. Oh, we're back in the clay biome, too. Oh, wow, this clay biome stretches all the way over here. I didn't forget. I have to hit my favorite blocks in the game. There's nothing to it, but I'm still going to hit it. See? Even 1 is fun. It's just fun to watch it tick. Right. Got going on down here. Let's see. Nothing. We got nothing going on. Okay. Well, I think that's a good little exploration for now. We got to see a new little area. Found some new animals. I got a lot of iron, actually. How much iron did I get? 27 pieces? So let's take this time to run back and upgrade our tools for the next episode. So what I'm going to do is here, we'll go back. We'll get our eggs started on hatching. And then we will look into getting some more soups made up. We'll start experimenting with more recipes. Right now for this session, I don't think I'm going to be getting off and building more. So if someone's looking forward to seeing a farm or new construction, going to have to wait just a little bit. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but I play these games to explore, and I got to explore at some point. This is not the way to go. This is the way to go. Yoink. And it's fun that you can, like, take these things out before they even aggro you at this point. Now, will you give me a mushroom? You did. Perfect. I didn't know... So the big one gives you one. Does the little one? Well, the little one gives you one too, so they're just variant in sizes. Again, it's nice touches like that. The devs know what they're doing. Let's go ahead and take this chest and bring it on up. Put some more along the way. We got to keep things lit up, especially now that things are a little darker. Hopefully they're not too much darker for you guys and you just get to enjoy the rich colors like I do. But if it is noticeable and it is problematic, please let me know and I can easily change it back. Same thing with the torches too, although personally I think that one's just going to be a me choice, and I think I'm going to stick with that one for myself. The torches look great, but all those particle effects was just too much. So we're going to come over here. Let's check this out. If we quick stack what we've got going on, we have 36 iron ore. We're going to take 1, and then we're going to smelt the whole stack, because I need to have 1 piece of ore there to make me feel better about it. So let's go ahead and get these smelting. Drop our iron in and get that started. Our 5 locked chest. We can, you know what, in our ores chest, let's put our locked chest for now. We've got some valuables in here. We got the bombs that I don't know what to do anything with. And then I wonder if we can sell the cave pouch. Who knows? We'll find out shortly. Okay, but yeah, that is going to be it for this episode. Like I said, basically just a house tour. I got our pets, as you can see. We'll be hatching more eggs. Let's go ahead and throw these in. 1 here, and 1 here. Now, I don't know what happens if you get multiple of the same pet. Not sure what you can do with them. But for now, that just about covers it, and I will be looking forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. See ya!